Hello, and welcome to the guided shamanic journey to meet your serpent guardian spirit. I'd like you to go ahead and find a comfortable seated position, either sitting with your legs crossed or your feet flat on the floor, or perhaps even lying down. And go ahead now and make sure all noises and distractions are turned off to the best of your ability. Even better would be to do this in the dark, in a dark room, by building yourself a little nest with some pillows and blankets so you can feel snug and secure while we journey. And while you're setting that up, welcome to this guided shamanic journey to meet your serpent guide. I'm your host, Christina Quick, and I am just so happy that you are here right now in this present moment with me. So let's just begin now by getting comfortable and taking some deep cleansing breaths. All of the excitement or even the minor irritations about the day, it's time to just go ahead and let them go. So let it just begin to fade away with each breath, drawing inward, drawing in deep, cleansing breaths, and breathing outwards the events of today. All of the little things that you have to remember to do. Trust me, you'll get to them afterwards, but for now, just in this space together for this short time, you can go ahead and just let it all go. And if these thoughts begin intruding back into your mind space, simply just breathe in again and breathe it out. It may even help to imagine placing those thoughts into a balloon that you blow up on the exhale. And then just like that, releasing the balloon as it floats upwards and upwards. It carries the thought away. And when you're good and relaxed, I want you to go ahead and turn your attention inwards. And I want you to set your intention for this guided shamanic journey. If you have a specific question, or if you would like to receive insight about a specific problem or a situation, or even a person, go ahead and set that intention now. And as we're breathing in deep, cleansing, relaxing breaths, and breathing out stress, or worry, or anxiety, imagine, if you will, becoming lighter and lighter. And as you do this, you may begin to lose all sense of your body. And just allow yourself to become pure consciousness. And now, on the descending count of 3, we're going to open our psychic minds and meet together in this astral space. 3. Feeling a twinge of energy circling between your eyebrows in your third eye chakra area. Perhaps you may feel a heat or a swirling sensation. 2. With your physical eyes closed, open your non-physical psychic eyes now. 1. And with your psychic eyes open, I want you to perceive us all standing here together in this astral space outside of time. It's nice to see you here. And outstretched before us is a dark forest, thick of trees and grass and all sorts of living beings. And reaching out, inviting us from this forest is a dark dirt trail that just so happens to start at our feet. So let's move forward. Let's follow this trail now, and let's just see where it goes. And as we follow along this trail, we walk along this road made of earth. And as we're walking along now, begin to use your psychic senses to perceive with your light body, your astral body, the senses around you, the sounds, the smells, the earth crackling beneath your feet, under twigs and rocks and leaves, and even perhaps you may feel a cool breeze across your face and your skin. And as we walk along this trail, we come closer and closer upon the forest ahead of us. And the closer that we get to this forest, the larger the forest appears, all encompassing. And before we know it, we are completely surrounded by thick, ancient trees on all sides. And to the front of us, our ears hear the bubbling of a brook. So let's follow it. Let's see where it goes. The bubbling gets louder and louder, and we come upon a river in the forest, a small waterfall with rushing waters. The waterfall beckons us to enter her, so it's a good thing we've got on our rain boots and our coats. And on the descending count of 3, we will cross the threshold of the waterfall and meet one another on the other side. 3. Drawing closer and closer to the waterfall now. 2. Stepping right up to the waterfall, so close we can feel the trickle of water on our faces and in our breaths. 1. Crossing the threshold now, passing through the waterfall, maybe a little wet, but meeting each other on the other side. Take a moment to perceive your surroundings psychically. The musky smells, the wet air, the droplets of water dripping back in the back of the cave. And as you look around you, you notice in front of you is a big, round nest with several little white round eggs in the center. I'll ask you now to go forward and choose your egg. Take it into your hands and cup it. Bring it closer to your body, your heart chakra. At this moment, remember your intention. And as we hold on to our eggs, they begin to wobble in our hands. And we start hearing crunching sounds. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Movement in between our fingers until we look upon the egg and notice a crack. The crack grows larger. The egg wobbles faster. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And out of the crack, a snout appears to pip out of the egg. A tiny tongue flickers outwards in long, slow movements. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The head of the serpent breaks through the shell of the egg. Primordial liquid oozes out, and your serpent spirit slithers out of its cosmic egg and into your arms. And for a moment, you both stare at one another, taking each other in, their big round eyes seeing through yours, into your soul. Soulmates meeting for the very first time. The snake begins to grow and grow and grow until it is too large to hold in your arms, so we put our snakes down. The snake coils and faces you and says, "Ask your question." In this moment, I will leave you to commune with your serpent guardian, and although you may not hear my voice, know that I am still here, and I will come find you when we are ready to journey back to our plane. Now is the time to receive any final insight from your serpent guardian before we begin to head back. In this moment, thank your serpent for their time, their energy, knowing that you can return to this place to receive wisdom and insight at any time. And on the count of 3, in ascending order, we'll make our way through the waterfall threshold again. 1. Gathering ourselves, taking one last look at our serpent guardian, and making our way to the waterfall entrance. 2. Arriving at the entrance to the cave and preparing to walk through the threshold. 3. Stepping through the waterfall now back to the forest and the bubbling brook. And we find ourselves along the trail in which we started, but it's no longer dark. It is now dawn, and the sun begins to chase away the darkness, while our serpent guardians find a nice cozy place to curl up in to sleep away the day. We follow the trail back to the edge of the forest, and at the count of 3, in ascending order, we will return to our bodies. 1. Feeling our toes and our fingers, wriggling them if necessary to merge back into our physical bodies. 2. Taking a deep, cleansing breath and exhalation to reanimate ourselves. 3. Opening our eyes when we're ready, being here, now. Thank you. I would love to hear about your experiences with this meditation. Please write to me and let me know what wisdom your serpent guardian had for you in this session. And please feel free to return to this guided shamanic journey meditation at any time to reconnect with your serpent energy.